What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to our first episode of our new podcast called The Split.
That's right!
And for this special first episode for our new clothing line that just dropped today, we are offering a very special discount code. It is SPLIT, all caps, 10% off. It'll be on the screen here. Here's a little preview of our store. Feel free to check it out. And I think to start off this episode, I feel like it'd be a good idea to introduce ourselves. I'll go first. My name is Sophia, however you guys know me. I'm head of content here at SPGG, and let's get it on to the...
Spec, are you introducing yourself first, or am I introducing myself first?
Go ahead.
You want me to go ahead?
Actually, let me go first.
Okay, go for it.
I'm Spec, or Speckle. I am the COO and head of recruitment for Shadowpoint here, and
That's my dog.
Yep, I've been here for what, like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, dude.
It's been a while, but yeah, we're excited. We're ready. Got some big things coming up. So.
Dude, for real. My name is SPGG Fusco. I am the CEO and founder of SPGG, and I have the pleasure of working with these two all the time, and I'm sure they are completely sick of hearing me talk. And I don't know whose grade A idea this was to make a podcast to hear me talk even more, but y'all can blame Sophie for that. But we're so excited to do this. We've been wanting to do this for a really long time now, right? Like long time. So we started SPGG over the pandemic. It was a rough time, and I met all these amazing people, and we've grown so rapidly that like I can't even keep up with it anymore. But just want to give a shout out to all the team members and all the people that make this possible. Our new clothing line is freaking awesome, and everybody had a hand in designing it. It was awesome. Shout out to everybody who's submitted orders already, but if you guys want to get some stuff, definitely go get some stuff. But we have a lot to talk about today. There's been a lot going on, and it's like it's almost too much for my brain to comprehend at this point. It's like back and forth. It's crazy.
No, yeah, there's a lot. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna talk about the current, how is esports going at the moment for most people. We're doing, I think like we're doing pretty good. We just we signed a UK Valorant team, which is really exciting. I'm super excited to see that. The clips are crazy.
Yeah, the clips are nuts.
Big things happening.
Yeah, they're insane. It's like it's so weird, like thinking back when we like first started this, how it's evolved like teams wise. Like we started with like I was like me and Sutter and Cozy and Ghoul on like the COD team, and I don't know who the hell authorized that. But we got like I remember we played it. Yeah, yeah, I did. I remember we played in like one league, and we went like 0-9, and then we just played ranked all the time. And now we have like legitimate teams that are committing, and like the UK Val team was like so nuts because we have had like overseas team before, but this is like the one that we've started like putting the most time into, and like it's so crazy, especially in like the esports world. Like I've been watching a lot of VCT recently, and oh my god, that's got to be like one of the most entertaining esports I've ever watched. Like I've like have like 1,500 hours in CS:GO. Like I love CS:GO. I watch CS:GO a lot, and Valorant is like crazy. like those matches go for hours and hours and hours and hours, and it's like these dudes are so insanely committed. It's such a different flip than like the CDL and the RLCS. Like it's just so nuts.
No, right? They with their games, they know how to put on a show.
Mm-hmm.
To say they have the most committed fans I have ever seen. You go to one of their like events, people have signs, they have this and that. It's insane.
It's like a soccer game. It's like nuts. Like people are cheering like nonstop, and they're singing like I think it was the Brazil major or whatever they just had. Like that was nuts. Like my Twitter feed was filled with stuff from that major, and I was like, if I knew that this was going to be this crazy, I would be on a flight tomorrow for that. Like I don't even care about Valorant like that. Like personally, like I've played it. I'm bronze. Like, but it's so much fun to watch. It's an amazing esport. It really is.
No, definitely. I'm thinking of going overseas to watch League League of Legends.
Oh yeah, that's your new thing, huh? Yeah, I make fun of Sophie so much for playing League. Like I remember when I like saw you playing League on your Discord thing, and I screenshotted it and I sent you how far you have fallen.
No, it's a community for sure, but you know, watching it with the crowd, it's different.
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. Spec, how is the Rocket League esport? That's like something I've never been into.
Oh, Rocket League is I mean, it depends on like the region. So there's in RLCS in Rocket League, there's a huge debate over North America versus Europe, and I mean, for the past I guess 2 years now, Europe has been coming out on top.
Oof.
I mean, those players are unmatched. I mean, it's crazy. They have so many fantastic teams, and they're like game sense in their ball play is completely different than NA. And speaking of Rocket League, we are in the works of preparing a Rocket League team right now.
Can't wait for car soccer. So excited.
I'm
So
super
excited.
about that. I've been working with the team pretty closely, and right now we're looking at about 4 players so far that we've got, which is really good. We got 3 mains and a sub. We actually got scrims tonight. We'll try out scrims tonight.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm super excited for that. I love the guys. They're super chill. So be on the lookout for a lot of Rocket League content coming out.
I can't wait, bro.
I will be doing a lot of custom maps with the guys.
Ah.
That's my favorite part of the
Sub to the YouTube. Sub to it. It's gonna be so good.
Put a little box.
Yeah, with the box right there.
Subscribe.
I will.
But
No, keep going. You're good.
I was gonna say, yeah, I watched the NA regional last weekend. It was fantastic. Really great games from the players and everything. And the EU regional was going on this weekend, and I believe they have another game tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
The last of the stream tomorrow for the championship for EU for this major split.
I will say on this topic, one of the esports that I have been like religiously watching, other than the CDL, has been the ALGS. The ALGS is nuts. It is. I've as a battle royale player who primarily plays Warzone, and I've competed in Apex. Like I've hit Pred. Like Apex is one of the hardest games to compete in, and I now understand why. You have to play every move. It's like chess. Like that's what I can describe it as. It's like you make one wrong move, your whole team is dead. It's one person messes up and it's over. Like these teams have to be so ridiculously calculated with like who they're playing and who they're gonna play against. Like I gotta give a shout out to TSM. Those boys are demons. Imperial Hal strikes fear in me. Like if I was ever an ALGS pro and they're like, yeah, you have Imperial Hal in your lobby, I'd be like, all right, back out. Let's just be done. Like, we're just gonna be done. I don't want any part of him. He is a monster. He's awesome, dude. ALGS has been like my guilty pleasure recently. Like, oh my god. I was watching the split right before I got on here, and like I had it on my phone, like walking down to the setup to film this podcast, because I was like, yo, this is it's wild. But like esports in just like general right now is just not, it is in a good state and it isn't. It's like we're in this weird like limbo plateau phase, especially like what we do. Like we run an org that is up and coming, and we have all these other things that we need to do before we get into pro leagues. Even then, like it's been, I gotta keep it a stack. Like it's been a struggle, especially in like certain games. Like Valorant and Rocket League are not that huge of a problem when it comes to esports. It's COD and Apex and like all the other things we've done in the past. Call of Duty right now is by far the one on the chopping block when it comes to like if the CDL is gonna make it or not. Yes, granted they did do the like give the money back to the teams thing, but like what comes after that, right? There is no plan right now. They have not announced what they're doing next year. And like, yes, we still have like 2 or 3 more months to go. And that's an esport that I could pretty much tell you anything about. But at the end of the day, like, what are they going to do? Like, they got rid of the CWL. They made the CDL. It's been an absolute nightmare ever since its inception. And it killed the esport. Like the worst thing that esports probably could have ever done was franchise. Like why I love the Halo series so much is because they have teams that are partnered with the Halo series, so they always will play. Like you can buy in, but you still have to play in pools. You still have to make it out of pools, but you're always guaranteed a spot in pools. And like teams like Optic and FaZe and Space Station always make it out of that, right? They'll always play on Saturday and Sunday no matter what because they are the best. But the HCS has like such a good business model. Like give these low-level teams a chance, but also make sure that we keep a good relationship with this esports orgs that have been here since its inception. And that's awesome. I don't know why COD doesn't do that. It's like, it's low-key a joke. Like the CDL is, compared to all of the other leagues, a joke. And that's not good. Like they don't have a lot of time to figure it out. Especially with like Modern Warfare 2 being terrible. MW3 has been an absolute nightmare when it comes to competitive play. And they can't get it together. It's like MW2 was a step down, but it was great for comp because the maps are great. MW3 was a step up for the movement, but the maps are terrible. Like all those maps were built for 5v5. They're not built for 4v4. Invasion is like the size of a country. It's way too damn big. Like, and you can shoot through every wall on that map. Like it's an absolute nightmare, man. That's like it makes me so frustrated because it could be great and they just don't want to do that. You know what I mean? It's awful. Terrible.
But leading into that, I mean, I feel like we're as an org, like I feel like we're keeping it like pretty positive. I feel like we're taking those steps that other people or other orgs or even other games just aren't taking those steps. So I feel like we're doing a pretty positive overview. But going off of that though, there has been some tea going on.
Oh, here we go.
Org
Yes!
organization space. So yes, on our podcast we are gonna dive into tea on the first episode.
Yeah. Duh! Have they met us?
Leading that. So Banks, he takes back FaZe Clan, and they cut a majority of members, including very, very successful team members.
Mm-hmm.
So he has FaZe again.
Spec, I want to hear your opinion on this before I start talking. I talked about this on my stream for like 2 hours the other day. I'll be quick about this too. You go.
So my initial thoughts with this are like, I can understand why Banks would want to like get rid of all these people because like they weren't what FaZe was like originally built around. Like after the FaZe, the buyout and the merger and all the other stuff that went on with them, like they brought in all these people like Snoop Dogg and like all these other like creators who didn't represent like that original brand of FaZe because they turned into like this like, I don't know how to word it without being like rude, but like they turned into like this fuckboy kind of like fucking
A little bit,
org.
yeah.
Right?
I see what you
He's not wrong. Chat. No.
But like I think that it's really good that he came in and just kind of like went clean slate with it and like is trying to bring back all these people who are like rebuilding the brand of FaZe, So those are my thoughts.
My rebuttal. I feel very strongly about this. Because I have loved FaZe. FaZe is the reason why I do what I do. Like, no, I will be straight up about that. Like, FaZe is the reason why I got into esports, period. FaZe and Optic. GOATs. Best orgs probably ever. Like, with Cloud9 and, Space Station being up there as well. But as a fan, who has been a fan for as long as I have been, I think what he has done is disgusting. And I'm going to get a lot of hate for this probably, but there was such a massive roster. Like, I'm talking about like Kaylee and Agony and Kitty and all these like awesome creators that have been there since its inception. Like, I feel so bad for FaZe Kaylee especially because it's not like she wasn't part of the brand. She was a Warzone streamer. And she's pulling in like 4 million impressions. Nuke Squad, perfect example of this, right? People hate on Santana and Jay Smooth and don't hate on Booyah because he's a demon and all this stuff. And like Swag not leaving kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm going to be like, bro, like, why would FaZe get rid of your boys and you just stay? Like, that to me is just weird. Because it's like, okay, the reason for them being gone was because during the darkest time of FaZe, they were added to the org, and then they got rid of them because of that reason. There was no other reason other than that. At least not a reason that was made public. And to me, that's like, why would you get rid of the people that embody the message of your organization the most and then get 4 IRL streamers that don't even game? That makes no sense to me. It's like FaZe is trying to become AMP, and this is no disrespect to Kai. I think Kai is one of the best streamers ever. He's a riot. He makes me die laughing with all the Drake and Kendrick shit that's been going on. I have been watching him react to it, and he literally has me like by the neck. I'm laughing so hard, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I feel like Banks is trying to trend set more than he's trying to bring FaZe back to what it originally was. Like, yes, keeping Scope, who is my boy, is great. Keeping Jev is great, right? But you're starting to flood FaZe with people who don't really care about getting. One of the new guys already said something like, he was like, nobody wants to watch a COD montage anymore and something. I'm like, dude, this is what their fans have been asking for like 4 years, including myself. Like, go back to this. They were supposed to revive their sniping team, and the people who were, you know, running it were like, nah, we're not doing that anymore. Like that, if they revived their sniping team, period, millions of views, no question about that. Because we're in this like stage of where like content is shifting. Like, it's not just gaming anymore. Like, streaming has become not just about gaming anymore. Like, it's much more than that now. Like, and I get that that's a good thing to have, but like, do you really want to turn your organization primarily into that? Yes, it pulls millions of impressions, but with you going into that market, you're excluding the market that's made you the most money, if that makes any sense. It just doesn't make a whole ton of sense to me.
I mean, you're not the only person that like feels that way too. I've been online reading and stuff, and a lot of people are giving him a lot of backlash per se about how things went down. I mean, I know that I kind of miss the gaming space on how it used to be like when I was younger, when you had big time people like I watched Sky's Minecraft all the time, you know, very just big time streamers that were just there for the genuine connection with their fans and the content and gaming and occasional vlogs of like this and that. I feel like gaming content did kind of shift a little bit, and he's kind of following the wave
Yeah.
of all of that, which I mean, people see it different ways, you know, but
I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way. It rubs me the wrong way so bad because I've loved them for so long, and it's just like I don't know if I could support that. Like, the last thing that I will say on this, the one thing that really rubbed me the wrong way is that a lot of them didn't even find out until the announcement video.
Yeah.
That's like
I did
that's
hear about
so
that.
ridiculously unprofessional. Like,
That's the one thing that like bothered me with like the whole thing. But like I said, like I think that like it was a decent move on his part for the most
I'm
part.
50-50 about it still.
Yeah.
It's going to depend on what they do next. So
I
far,
agree.
I'm not a fan. But they could be doing something in the shadows. Like, that's why I'm leaving this open up for like to be like, I can, if he proves me wrong, I'll fully say that I was wrong. But that's why I'm leaving the door open. What are you going to do next, and how is it going to bring FaZe back to what it was? Because as of right now, in my opinion, they're getting killed by all these other orgs. Optic took the opportunity that they should have, and they snatched the gaming space from them and ascended it, in my opinion. Like, Optic is awesome now.
Yeah.
I think Optic's in the best state they've ever been in. No questions. Like, they're awesome. Their CDL team is good. They had some problems with some other teams, but like all their teams are really good, and they're entertaining, and the content's funny. And they do the IRL stuff, but they keep it like PG. Like, they like PG in the sense of like, we're not gonna like go on the street and throw things at people for clicks. Like, we're gonna like play paintball in Nuketown. Like, that's awesome. Like, keep doing that. Like, that's cool to me. But like, this younger generation likes all the other stuff, and like that kind of worries me, low key.
Yeah, it is a little. I don't know. I'm an NRG girl.
A lot of brain.
I love
rot.
NRG.
Anyway.
A lot of brain rot. I almost just spit my water out when you said that.
The stuff that's blowing up now versus like if it was released earlier in like time, I feel like it wouldn't be as successful.
No shot.
There's just no way, and it's, you know, but hey, that's the nature of everything of the internet.
I know.
So, but all right, moving on to our next topic. It's a little bit of some more tea. This has been on I feel like everyone's been talking about this nowadays. You can't walk down the street or go on your phone without seeing something about the Drake 1v20.
Shoo! Shoo! Dude. So I gotta hear your opinion on this.
You know, I've been a Drake fan for the longest time. I love Drake. I still like Drake. After hearing Kendrick's, you know, Euphoria, I was kind of like, you know, I'm trying so hard.
Body that man!
I'm trying so hard not to not like him. But no, he called it how it is. He literally went for the throat, and there were some things that were said that he hasn't confirmed or denied, or he'll confirm some things, deny some things, but then leave some things kind of out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time I think I've ever seen, correct me if I'm wrong, but Drake usually isn't in the, like, hot seat for just getting backlash after backlash.
Pusha T.
Yeah, and all of it's coming out now, and to me, it's crazy.
Yeah. Spec.
Well, I mean, I've heard all of them. I've heard all the diss tracks and everything, and I mean, let's be honest here. Like, Kendrick is, I mean, he bodied
I think
him.
he kind of won.
Yeah, like there's no doubt. But I actually earlier today I watched this like 45-minute little docu series kind of thing on YouTube, and this guy kind of went over like the entire original part of the beef that happened. Because I mean, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but like Drake brought ASAP and Kendrick onto his like their first tour, and that's kind of like what got them into the scene and got them started. And they like, you know, featured each other on some of their songs. I think Drake was in Good Kid, Mad City.
Is Drake on One Train with Kendrick on the ASAP album? He might. I'll look it up. Keep talking.
He might be. But yeah, he's in Poetic Justice. And then Kendrick is in a couple of Drake songs as well. And they kind of took a couple shots at each other along the way afterwards too. Like, yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell like Kendrick has like stopped fucking with Drake entirely. He says so in a couple songs where he's like, I don't know you, like I don't fuck with you anymore, like things like that. And there were times where Drake was like trying to mitigate it and be like, hey, you know, we're all good, like trying to like, I guess, build back a relationship with each other. And I don't know where the direct disconnect kind of started from all of that. They weren't really clear when I was watching the video. But I mean, there was some disconnect there, and Kendrick has been talking about, you know, some stealthy little bars here and there about Drake pretty much for a couple of years now. And Drake's also kind of said a few things as well. I mean, there was that one point on tour after Kendrick won a bunch of Grammys for Mr. Morales. He was like, yeah, I wouldn't take 5 years off or something like that and then come out. He's like, you know, guys know me, I'm always here. And like, I mean, let's be honest here. Kendrick can take a couple of years off and still body him any day.
Straight up. Straight up. Straight up.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that there's a clear winner here.
Yeah. All right.
Can I ask you guys what your favorite lines were in either of all the songs?
Motherfuck the big three. Oh. 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 That's motherfuck the big three. Nah. I would probably say that's definitely up there. Oh my god. What's the one in Euphoria? I'm gonna have to look the damn lyrics up because I've literally listened to it probably 50 times now. Like,
you know what mine is?
Which one?
Mine is a minor.
A minor. Nah, dude. Oh shit, Drake. Oh, dude. I gotta say this as a I've been a K Dot fan for a long, like, since Section 80, like back like that was the first album I ever heard by him, like, and the how this is all played out is nuts. like it's crazy. It's the mental war. It's grown into something that I never thought was possible. To me, it definitely started with Push. Like when Push dropped the whole "you have a son, by the way, and you don't want to tell nobody about it," and like he said, "deadbeat motherfucker playing Border Patrol." Like, like, and that was, in my opinion, like the start of all this. Like, yeah, you can say that Drake put Kendrick on and all this stuff, but like the industry is very different as with time going on, right? Kendrick has always been like a very poetic rapper, like To Pimp a Butterfly, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, even Damn. Like, Damn, you have to listen to it backwards. And like not a lot of people know about that, so y'all got educated today. But you're supposed to listen to that album backwards because it tells the story. And the way that he has rolled this out is genius. It's mind-boggling. Like on Friday, was it Friday when Drake dropped his response? Friday, right? So I was at my boy Sam's house, and I saw it come up on YouTube. I was like, oh, let's go. And like it looked like I'm gonna give the boy points. Like Push-Ups and Family Matters, those are good diss tracks. It's great. Like it's very, very good. Kendrick could not have played his hand with dropping Meet the Grams any better than he did. It was 20 minutes later. He didn't even allow everybody to stomach anything that he said. And it's like when in that song, when he says, you lied, and he talks to every single family member, when he talks to him, it's like it's mental warfare. Like the reactors on YouTube were like, I heard that beat in my sleep, like for how ominous and how like bone chilling it is. And like I'm a big fan of quality over quantity, and I think Drake barked up the wrong damn tree on this one.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, but I think he barked up the wrong damn tree on this one. Like the difference between the two, and like I'll always say this, is like Drake is not what he says he is, and I will fully believe that till the day. Like he's from Toronto, he got a privileged life. Like did he do some shady shit? Probably, but like Kendrick Lamar is from Compton. We are talking Compton, California. One of the worst blocks in Compton, California. Who knows what he's seen? He probably hasn't even told us what he's seen. Like, and that's just like, it's crazy. Like people are saying that Drake is an actor. And I agree with that. He's an actor. He's always been an actor. Like a lot of the things that have come out and a lot of things that he said, like Meet the Grams, in my opinion, was the red button. Like, I don't know how you come back from something like that. And the worst part about all of this is that even with the Predator allegations, he still hasn't denied it. That's like the first fucking thing that you deny. Like, daughter, that's like light compared. Like, people were going nuts on Twitter. Like, here's a daughter. Yeah, I'm like, did you guys listen to anything else that he said? I was like, he is. Yeah, like, oh man, like I like Euphoria to me was a gut punch, and it was a hard gut punch, like. But Meet the Grams is, I think it's I think it's the greatest. I think it's one of the greatest diss tracks ever made. Like it's up there with Ether and Story of Adidon and, you know, Who Shot Ya. Like I think it falls into that category of being that good. And I gotta give a fucking shout out to, I don't know if it's Kendrick who's doing this or if it's his marketing team that's like rolling this out when he does. It's art. Like it's poetic for how good he's rolled this out. And I think that plays a large part into it. It's like they are not on the same level. And when this whole thing started, J. Cole, in my opinion, made a very good business decision. Like, he was like, I don't want anything to do with this because he knew. You cannot tell me that he didn't know how this was going to play out because he did. And that's why he took it down. And
well, you also know that J. Cole has been, like, in a bunch of his songs, he's like, I don't, like the whole beef part of the rap industry.
Yeah,
like, he's
that's
talked
fine.
about that so many times. Like, he's like, I like the competition and everything like that, but, like, if we've got beef, like, let's talk it out and settle it man to man, pretty much. And like that's who J. Cole is. Like,
yeah, but like obviously Kendrick doesn't like Drake, and obviously he knows something that has made him not like him. Kendrick, I don't think I've never met him. I've never talked to him. I would love to have him on the podcast. K. Dot, you want to come on? Let us know. And I don't think he's the type of dude who just, you know what I mean? Like he's not Eminem. Eminem stooping down to MGK was like, really, dog? Like, you're Eminem and you're stooping down to MGK. Are you for real? This is two of the largest artists of our generation. No doubt. Like, and it's just like, bro, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like, especially being as large of a music fan as I am. Like, like you guys know this. Like, I listen to music all day long. I would not function if I could not do that. And I have to go listen to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers again. He said a line in Meet the Grams where he's like kids like you talking to Adonis is the reason why I made Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers so I could cope. No, he was talking to his daughter. And he was like, this is the reason why I made Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers so babies like you who deal with fathers like Drake can cope. And I was like, did I completely miss the message of this album? Because, like, I'm going to be honest, I didn't like that album when it first came out. I like it now. Like, I liked it well before the beef. It was like, it's like To Pimp a Butterfly. You have to listen to it and stomach it and see where it is. But, like, damn. Like, I really got to go back and listen to this. But, like, Drake, I'm going to say it, my boy, if you are smart, if Kendrick is saying that he has more on you with the damage he's already done to you, throw in the fucking white towel, and I don't think anybody would blame you.
No, I would get it. The last thing I have to say on this is that I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Drake is a big Swiftie, and he gives a lot of credit to Taylor Swift, and he has a massive like fan base of Swifties behind him on this. So like, I'm kind of interested to see how crazy the Swifties really are, and maybe they'll come out and I don't know, but.
That's a good point, Soph. I don't know if
think about that.
I didn't think about that.
Out Taylor Swift that like he's the only Taylor Swift is the only artist he said he'll ever like delay his album release or song release for.
And Kendrick's like, hell no, I'll drop it on the same night.
I mean, yeah, and then he'll just surprise drop on like a Tuesday or something.
Bro, that shit is crazy. I was at my desk. I was working. I was doing nothing. I was chilling, right? I was chilling. Great day, beautiful sun. And then I got a bing. And I like look at it. I'm like, oh no. I was like, he's doing this on Tuesday at noon. At noon. I think I played the song like 10 times. Like when he was like going slow, like it's the love kill shot, man. It's the love kill shot. It's like the superpowers getting neutralized. And I was like, oh man. When the horns come in, I'm like, oh shit. Like, dude, it's so good. That song is song of the year right now. Like Euphoria is it's beautiful. It's so good.
Favorite things that come out of this have been like the Google Maps change. Like that's hilarious to me. Another thing is like what was it, like the fucking Apple Music commercial?
Yeah.
With like Taylor Swift and Drake. They're literally singing Taylor Swift's song that features Kendrick.
Oh,
in
bad.
commercial.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot.
like-
Kendrick Lamar's actually on. He brought the song. He was like, "I'm the
Yeah.
reason why you got that Taylor Swift verse to give you fame," or I don't know something.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot he
So,
was
like,
actually on a Taylor Swift.
Yeah, like there's like some of that like subtleties. Like I'm just like, holy cow! Like this makes it so much better.
It's crazy.
Oh my god, bro. This picture of fucking Piccolo and Gohan, it says Drake, or it says Kendrick and Adonis. I don't know if I can show this on the podcast. There's like a fucking photo of like the views the Views album cover, and it's got a plane behind it, and it just says Kendrick on it. It's like barreling towards the tower that Drake is sitting on. I'm like, dude, the internet is we are eating this week. Like,
Internet works fast.
I gotta say, this is one of the best weeks of the internet in my lifetime, no doubt.
Yeah.
Like reactors like Big Quint, shout out to Big Quint indeed. One of my favorite music reactors comes out of the wet work after being silent for 8 months for this. And he's like the biggest Kendrick fan for this. I'm like, dude, Drake made Kendrick and Big Quint indeed come back. Oh man. Dude, it's awesome. It's my favorite. It might be my favorite thing to happen this year. It might be my favorite thing to happen ever. Like it's so awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it.
We're gonna move on to a little bit also more on the T line. I don't think it's as like
I should have made tea for this podcast.
I don't think it's as crazy as everything that's happening right now in the whole rap industry, but it's something that's pretty big, I would say, for you guys that are on Discord. E-dating.
Why are you gonna put me in spec on blast like that?
I know, like.
Yeah, come on, bro. Yo.
I was asking it as a general question, but if the shoe fits, so be it. I don't know. But yeah, e-dating. I've come across it quite a bit when I'm in lobbies and I see matching usernames, or I've had gaming friend group break up over people deciding to, I guess, e-dating is what the kids are calling it these days. I don't know. I've never really taken part in that, but
Is that like the definition for it? Is like it's called e-dating now? Like we've solidified that?
but I feel like
I'm urban dictionarying in it.
But like,
right
let me
now.
ask something though. People are talking so much about e-dating, how terrible it is. Okay, but then what's Tinder? What's Bumble? What's sliding into a DM on Instagram?
Facts. What?
I'm just saying. I feel like.
But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the difference between that is like, one, you're actually like expecting to meet up with those people like realistically.
True.
And then the other thing is like, you have no plans of meeting up with these people, and you are like solely doing this over the internet.
Yeah, bro.
I think that's the difference. That's where it like lies.
I guess, yeah.
I think like
I mean,
no, you go.
I mean, in the past, I've definitely like in my single era, I guess, I've definitely like had people talk to me, and I'll talk to them, and I'm like, oh yeah, we'll totally hang out, and I'm like, no, we're not, because I'm just not really like feeling it. I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
Wow, ghosting people out here.
That's crazy.
Not that like I'm trying to be like mean. It's just like I want to see if the vibe was there, and then I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then they did something that like made me upset, and I was like, okay, yeah, never mind. And they're like, oh, But I don't know. I feel like I guess gaming though does make it like there's a lot more like weirder stuff going on. Like
I
those
feel like it makes it more
usernames.
cringy.
It's so cringe, bro. It's
Like,
so cringe, bro. It's
One of my
so
favorite
cringe.
things, though, to come out of e-dating and like the whole e-dating scene is like where they do like you see like Kai or you see like Jinxie and they do like the whole e-dating kind of trial or whatever the heck competition that they do. And I think those are really cool. I think those are like great content.
It's awesome.
cringy, but
It's great.
At the same time, yeah.
Like
And it's
the one with sketch is like my favorite fucking it might be my favorite video on the internet right now. Like it's
really
awesome.
good, yeah.
What's up, brother?
No, yeah. I mean, he almost came for Jinxie's girl. He was about to steal her, low key.
Yep.
That was crazy. I mean, all powered sketch though. If he can,
That's just what I'm saying. Like I would say for these content creators, right? It's cringe, but it pulls in so many views. Like it's nuts the amount of views that it pulls. And a lot of it like started as content. Like funny enough, there's like that group of dudes on Snapchat that come up here it's like what's his face? Like there's a bunch of like elite content creators that are on like the guys that make Happy Dad.
oh,
The Nelk Boys.
Nelk Boys.
Yeah. They were like the big pioneer in that e-dating stuff. Like with what's her face? That like she was like a bodybuilder, and now she's like an OF model now, whatever the hell, from Britain. Like they did a lot of shit with her. Like I would be on a bowl and Like, it come on my Snapchat feed. I'm like, oh dear Lord, here we go, bang, like, and see where it went. But like, it's funny, but like, it's kind of fucked up. Like, people say some pretty mean shit in those. Like, yeah, I don't like you because you're short, or I don't like you because of the way you dress, and I don't like the way you do this stuff. Like, a part of it is funny, but like a part of it, it's like low key kind of messed up. Like, if you're gonna like bring people on for an e-date, you should at least kind of try to like make it kind of work. But like, a lot of these creators don't really give a shit about that. And like, if they don't care and like behind closed doors, they're like, yeah, we know we're gonna make fun of you and we're cool with that, so be it. Whatever, right? But like, if that is not happening, it's kind of messed up.
I feel like there is that sort of like underlying thing. Like, if you're gonna be brought on to be like in that e-dating competition or whatever,
You better be ready to get roasted.
yeah, like I feel like that's like something you have to like be prepared for, you know? Because I mean, like, if you watch a lot of the more recent content of it, it's definitely more like attacking towards people, I would say. They definitely like kind of jab at people more frequently than they did in the previous like earlier kind of content that you saw with it originally.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. But like, we gotta bring up the Discord kit and shit while we're on this topic. Y'all, I'm gonna let you two run with this one because just let me go. Just go.
So take it away.
So,
You were in the biggest community for that shit too. League and Valorant,
oh my
easy
God.
top of the food chain on
I've
that
had
shit.
So many content ideas about this. Like, there's websites. I don't know if you guys saw. You can go and you can hire an e-girl or an e-boy just to talk to you and play with you.
You can rent a girlfriend. Oh my god.
Yeah, like she'll be like, "Oh, here's my rank." You know, if it even matters, do they care? And you can rent them for like I think like anywhere from like $5 to how God knows how much people will pay to play with.
Get your bag, queen. Like, I get it, but like,
Yeah, like
damn.
if you're gonna get paid to play video games with someone, I mean, hey, do you? But be safe. I mean, I think it can get a little crazy to like be safe about it, but no, it's the I'll bring it up again. The usernames.
That's definitely my least favorite part of it. Surprisingly, I've been in Rocket League lobbies where
Oh,
people
dear
have matching
God.
usernames for like couples and stuff. It's not as frequent as other games for sure, but like when it happens and I'm like solo queuing, I'm like, what is this? Like, do we really have to do this?
Or you see someone with the name I miss her, and you're just like, "Yep, I'm out of this game."
Yep,
Just
peace.
drop, like,
This dude's gonna
a
throw.
bomb or something, and I'm good. So yeah.
I feel like the culture of like just even the culture of gaming in general it's so weird today. Like, how many anime profile pictures have you guys seen?
I mean, mine's an anime profile.
I mean, mine is too. But
Mine
like,
used to be.
yeah, but like now it's like people will do it to be like dark and depressing. I'm like, okay, I
Yeah.
get that, but
Yeah.
like, and then like, all right, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I ain't going front. Me and Tori have matching anime profile pictures because A, like we both like Demon Slayer, and B, we did it for the meme of us actually dating IRL and having the online persona and shit. Like, we'll be playing Warzone, she'd be like, oh, good kill, Pookie. I'm like, stop. Please. Like, I'll just shake my head and she'll just start dying laughing. And I was like, bro, I'm trying to lock in right now. You're not helping.
Thanks, kitten.
No,
That's
man.
a serious thing, though. Those are serious.
Yeah,
conversations,
Yeah.
People love that shit. Hey, if that's what people want to do with their free time, who are we to judge, right?
You know, like to each their own. But there definitely are some lines where I'm like, you know, I feel like if you do have that special connection, why does everybody else need to know about? Like, celebrate it between you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not saying hide your partner. Don't do that. That's weird. But I don't know.
I think that's where it
There's a-
becomes cringeworthy. Like when
Yeah.
you kind of share it out more so,
Yeah.
like with the public. Like my relationship has been pretty under wraps. I don't really like we don't post much. Like we're
Yeah.
more about living in the moment kind of things. And
Yeah.
it's different when it's like, oh, my Discord profile is like all about her or him, whatever. And that's
guys
where I
are-
think
yeah. You're private, but you're not a secret though,
Hmm.
which is totally fine.
Yeah, I think people like low key take that a little too far sometimes. Like I've seen people, I know people that like will plaster their partner and be like, "They're my girlfriend, my girlfriend, my girlfriend, my girlfriend, my girlfriend." Like that's, if you want to do that, that's cool. But like with my partner, especially like with Tori, like we don't do none of that. Like we don't need everybody to know our business. Like
Yeah.
people will like, I've seen people like fight with their partner in a public Discord chat where everything is saved. Like you can't do that. Like it's like for all of us, like if any of us knew that we were like into some shit like with our partners, nobody fucking knows about it. Why the hell would you post that online? Especially with like how like it was much different like when the three of us were growing up, because we're all very similar in age. But like you would post some shit online about like you being heartbroken and stuff like that. We've all done it. We've all done it. But like nowadays, man, it's like they give you the rundown online.
The receipts.
Like you with the receipts. Like oh my god. I gotta I'm going off topic for a second. The videos on TikTok of people cheating
Oh yeah.
is crazy. It's
Real
crazy.
their partners on
Yeah, like you've all probably seen the video. The guy like he's like got his face, and like his girl, like his ex-girl now, is like, why don't you love me? Like it was just for like a month. Like I didn't do anything wrong and shit like that. And I'm like, damn. Like he posted that. And like if you want to post that to be petty, go ahead. But like there are repercussions to shit like that. Like people, it has made cheating harder, like low key, because I will say ever since COVID, all of our lives are online. Like our personas of being online are much larger than they have ever been. And people will do that shit just because they know they can tear you down by doing it. Like it's wild to me. Like keep that shit behind closed doors, bro. Like you don't know what something like that could do to you. Especially, and like don't be a dick. Like if you want to cheat, break up with your, be done.
I feel like just with the way, this is kind of off topic too, but just the way our generation's going, everything's
Yeah.
online now. I feel like back then I know like when I was younger, like we had like your middle school boyfriend, girl, whatever, or like even like older people when you were in those relationships, you didn't really have the media to go look around and be like, oh, what other like, now that people like can see all the options out there and stuff, I feel like there's a whole like, I don't know, some boys be silly.
Yeah.
They'll have the dream girl in front of them, and then there's this girl edited on the Face app and posting on Instagram, and he's like, well, nah, I don't know.
But low key, like couples have made content now too, like e-dating, like TikTok, like couples have pages for that shit. Like they put their whole relationship online. Like, and I don't fuck with that shit. Like people like it because yes, it is another form of entertainment, and some people are like, it's basically reality TV, just much more personal. Like they
That's
put,
what people want.
that's what people want. Jersey Shore, Buck Wild, like all of their relationships are online, bruh. Like Sammy and Ronnie, like being from Jersey, like come on now. Like we would talk about this shit in school for like hours and hours of talking about it. And it's evolved. Like, and nobody's gonna stop it. Most of these people have made livings off of doing that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts.
All right. Before I move on to our next topic, how are we doing on time?
We're at like 49 minutes right now.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, we're chilling.
All right. So moving on to our next category, we're gonna cool off a little bit from all the tea talk.
Good combo so far, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, for episode 1, y'all getting what you want. You guys.
We'll bring more. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we will bring more.
But something a little bit more innocent, I would say. I mean, I have a lot of beef with it, but like, so they've been taking a lot of video games and turning it into TV shows, or a lot of animes per se, and turning it into like RL TV shows per se. For examples, I have Fallout, Halo, Assassin's Creed, Avatar, The Last of Us, and One Piece actually too. They made One Piece
live action.
yeah.
Parasite just got a live action on Netflix as well.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gonna watch that. Oh yeah.
I'm watching that. Yep.
Chat streams canceled. Done.
Alright, everyone go home.
Yeah, we're done. Podcast episode's over here. I gotta know. What is the greatest live action show of all time? Currently. Like, if you had to
from like what we have right now.
anime, gaming, whatever.
Honestly, I know it's new and it's gonna sound like I'm on the hype train, but I have to say Fallout was really
I'll give you that.
good.
It's really good. It's
My,
really good.
Counter there is I thought The Last of Us was fantastic.
The Last of Us
They had
is
a lot
great.
They had a lot of big names in it too, and they did it really well.
Oh yeah.
And I think they're continuing. I don't think it's over yet.
No, they're doing
They're coming out with another season.
they have to get through there's still like 3 games and there's gonna be a 4th game.
Yeah.
There will definitely be a 4th game.
Yeah, so I think it can only really get better from there. But I do agree
sure.
that Fallout was really good, but my counterpoint was Last of Us.
Yeah.
No, that's a good pick too.
I gotta fucking bring it up. Halo, man. Okay. Before I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, people need to understand where I'm coming from. I competed in Halo. It's probably my favorite FPS shooter of all time. One of the greatest storylines ever made, no doubt. Reach, ODST, up to 4 and 5, like lights out, top 5 gaming franchises of all time. Why the fuck is Master Chief's helmet coming off?
Yep.
I don't love that. And
It ever came off.
yeah, like I get that it's a different perspective of Halo, and I understand what the creators are trying to do, but I can adapt to certain things when I want to watch it and be like, okay, I can let this go, I can let this go, and this go. I don't know if I can let that one go.
Yeah, that's actually like the one thing that ruined the show for me.
Yeah. Like, is that weird?
No, not at all. Because like I agree with you. Like I grew up playing Halo, and like I think we started like me and my little brother like started like Halo 2, and like just kind of bought everyone since then up towards like Reach. Was like I think one of my last few that I played, but I mean we religiously played that game.
I know it, bro.
Like we would get home from school and just like sit down on our fucking Xbox and just play all night
Golden
long.
days.
Yeah, and seeing the TV show and seeing them just take off Master Chief's helmet absolutely ruined it for me. Because I mean, I thought it was good. Like I thought, like that aside, the rest of the show is pretty decent.
It's great.
But I can't get over it. Like it bothered me so much that I was just like, I don't even want to keep watching like the next season that comes out.
I know. And to Sophie's point and to your point about The Last of Us, those 2 shows are something that I have wanted for a very long time. Is they can I don't care if they change shit. I don't care if they change everything.
Unless it's the Avatar.
Yeah, the movie is trash. The show's not bad. The show's not bad. I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But
I have some choice.
oh yeah, I want to hear your opinion on that. I definitely want to hear your opinion on that. But the thing with those 2 shows is that they kept the core things that people love about those franchises intact. And then you can do whatever you want. As long as you keep the core values of something, like a piece of art, like Last of Us, like Ellie is great, Joel is great. Every single character in that show is fantastic. And they just added on to it, but kept the same core values of what the game is about. I've played all of them, right? Yeah. And I was very scared to watch that show because The Last of Us, to me, is one of the greatest single-player RPG games of all time. Like, it's phenomenal. That is PlayStation, other than Final Fantasy's golden jewel of games. It is phenomenal. And the show's great. It's great. Like, Tori was begging me to watch it. And one weekend, I was, like, mad. I think I had, like, COVID again or something like that. And I 100%ed it in, like, 2 days. And I was like, I called her. I was like, yo. I was like, this is the one. I was like, I wanted this really good. Like, we've had, like, Assassin's Creed, like, the movie. That shit is garbage. Like, terrible. We've had Avatar: The Last Airbender, the movie. One of the worst remakes, if not the worst remake ever. But, like, that's what they have to do. Like, if Netflix and all these other things want to remake all these things into shows, I'm all for it. We've wanted this for how long?
Yeah.
And now they're doing it because they know that their core audience wants it. Just keep the core values, man. That's all I'm asking.
I think the best part about COVID, I mean, not to say like COVID was great, but like, the best part about it was like everyone kind of got into gaming and got into like that online persona, and that brought forward a lot of these like TV shows that like actually get made because more people are talking about the video games that they've been playing, and then they were like, oh, I want to like watch a TV show about it, and the best way for like all these streaming services to capitalize is to make the TV shows or make them.
And it opened the door for a lot of people to get into franchises. Like I played Final Fantasy VII when I was like 10, and I replayed it and then replayed the remake, and now I'm about to literally play all of them. Like I'm playing FF16 right now. It's like, holy shit. Like it's a cinematical masterpiece of a game. I feel like I'm playing a movie. Like the combat, the characters, the artwork, the animation, the how personal these like characters feel towards you. It's like almost like it's like flip-flopped. Like Hollywood has gone into gaming and gaming has gone into Hollywood. Like I'm telling you guys, Final Fantasy 7 and 16, I feel like that I am playing through a cinematical masterpiece of a movie. And more games have started pushing themselves into that. Like, and that's great, but like on the other side, there hasn't been a lot. Like you could say Last of Us, Fallout, you could put Halo up there for argument's sake, and the first Avatar remake was dog meat, like trash. But what does Sophie think about the show?
I mean, I've watched, like, obviously. I mean, first of all, I don't even know if they really consider Avatar anime.
Sorta.
Sort of,
Yeah.
but
It's
just for...
It's animated by a Japanese studio with Japanese animators, but sure,
American
whatever.
show.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a gray area.
It's very good. We don't know.
Well, for sake of the podcast, I'll call it an anime.
Sure.
Don't cancel me. But, I feel like I just watched that show, so I've rewatched it so many times, and I was so excited. Obviously, the movie was terrible.
Awful.
When I saw the show come out, and I was like, okay, cool, like, let me watch this, let me see how it goes. I was so excited. I just finished watching the animated version. I will say the casting did have to grow on me for a little bit. I was a little, like, I'm not saying that they were bad actors.
Katara is still annoying. That's the only thing that they got really correct.
Yeah,
Don't
I
hate on
agree.
my girl Katara.
I love her, but she's annoying.
Anyways. I mean, my biggest, like, I don't know, I was expecting a lot different to see. I visioned them, like, different out of the animated version. And then another thing that kind of just got me was the progression of the episodes. It skipped a lot. Things happened a little bit out of order, not exactly how it happened in the show. And I feel like it kind of changed. Little things are okay. Like, I know that's what you're kind of touching on, Fusco. But, like, as far as the, like, textbook lore, it kind of made me upset.
I can see that. I will say
But I'll still watch it. if there's
yeah.
reason to.
I will say I like it. I think it's much better than what I was expecting. Let's just get this out of the way. The fucking combat scenes are
Oh, they did
mwah,
so good.
mwah.
with special
Like-
effects.
like,
It was
oh,
Fantastic.
oh,
awesome.
like firebending. The one thing that there's two things that pissed me off about the movie, and I'm gonna say this really quick. Firebenders needed a catalyst. Are you freaking kidding me? And when Aang goes to the Northern Water Tribe and the whole thing with the moon happens, he doesn't turn into the koi fish spirit. That's like the pinnacle. Like, that is the best episode other than Zuko versus Azula of that show. No questions. Like, fire. Like, amazing.
They at least
Not
did
only
it in
that,
TV
but
show.
like, yeah, not only that, but like, also, can we pronounce all the characters' names right? Like,
Yeah,
wow.
Ong.
Like in
I forgot about that.
The movie was
No, bro.
What, 7, 6 years ago?
Is it 6 years now?
I
Wait,
feel like it's been
no.
like
At least 12 or 11.
Hold on.
the movie. I don't know. I don't think it's been out for. I feel like 7. 7 sounds correct to me. I don't know why.
I know. I just don't like the fact that I'm old now. So.
Yeah, exactly.
It came out. Holy shit! It came out in 2010.
14 years ago.
Stop right. What was
Lord.
that?
Almost 7.
Lord, that must have been pretty recently after the show, right?
Yeah, I think the show.
The show was still going, I think. No,
Maybe.
No, I don't think the show was still going.
I don't really remember.
It was released on June 30th, 2010 in the United States. Dear Lord. Oh my God, the Rotten Tomato rating is so funny, bro. It's got an 87% dislike rate.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm pretty sure the guy that made it was just like some dad that had money, and he was like, "Yeah, like let me put it together," and it kind of showed.
Flopped.
It flops so hard, but I think they're on a good track. I think that
No, I think they did so much better with the TV show.
I do agree with you that a lot of things in it are rushed.
They did rush through the progression of it. Like when
I agree
first
with you
heard,
on
like,
that.
Fighting at the Northern Water Temple, I was like, well, what about like? I was really excited for the secret tunnel.
I know. Secret Tunnel was rushed. Yeah.
Like it was rushed. They brought a lot of like the key things that like everyone really loved for the most part. Like Omashu, I thought they did pretty decent.
Amashu's
I think-
dope. It looks
I think
so
the only
good.
thing that I didn't like about Omashu is like they didn't really do like a real trials thing
With Boomy.
Yeah, and they like the rock like candy thing was kind of like not the same at all. So there were a few things like I didn't like, but for the most part, I thought the show was like great. They pronounced the characters' names right.
I know.
I think Sokka's actor is a fantastic.
I think
actor.
he's perfect. He's perfect. Yeah, he's great.
I think he's easily the best pick. Aang's is like iffy. I think he's like a good pick, but he's not the best pick in my opinion. Same with Katara. I don't think Katara's is the best pick, but I think like she kind of nails like who Katara is.
Being annoying.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
The one thing I absolutely hated, Zuko Scar is completely wrong.
I agree with yes.
For Zuko, I expected a more like badass, like more like I don't know, just maybe taller. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
I think they definitely messed up a few things there. They needed a little bit work on the like
but I
facial
was
special effects
told, or
and
at
stuff
least
like that.
I was reading online, they had a Scar different because they didn't want to keep the lore on exactly how it happened, just for the sake of like kids watching it, and like it could be a little like gruesome.
The whole damn show is gruesome. God damn.
But like Avatar is like published on Nickelodeon. Like that is a kids.
Yeah.
But can we? But like, you know what? I was just talking to Tori about this. Like, straight. Avatar is a violent show about a genocide. Like, there's nothing like people. The one thing that people were saying online is like this live action remake is too bloody.
Do you know what show you're watching?
We are talking about a genocide. And they actually, I will say, my favorite scene of the whole damn thing so far is when they raid the air temple.
Yeah.
That was like, that's something that they are. The one thing that I will say is I agree with what all of you guys are saying about the things that they leave out, but they're making up for things that we have never seen. And that is where I'm like, okay, like, all right, I can get on board with this. I do agree that a lot of it is rushed. I think it would have been better if it was like a 4-part movie series. In my opinion.
No, because I feel like they can do a lot with like an actual TV series. I think they just like missed a couple points that we should have had.
Thank God the anime is coming back.
Mhm.
That's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'd rate that show probably like a 7.5 out of 10 in its current state.
The live action.
Yeah, I give it 7.5.
Yeah.
Say just about there.
It's not terrible.
Nah, it's like
I like it.
it's like so wild.
It's good. I was entertained watching it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't finish an episode and I was like, I need to watch the next one. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I definitely need to rewatch. I have one more episode to go, and then I need to I'm gonna get there. I also have like a ridiculous amount of anime like that I need to get through. One thing, like,
I gotta watch the new Parasite.
I know. The one thing that like the last thing I want to touch on with this topic, because this is a great topic. Games being made into animes. Cyberpunk. That show actually blew my mind. Like, I saw it come up on Netflix and I was like, what the actual fuck is this? And I clicked on it, one episode in, I was like, That game was a fail. What?
Exactly.
Like-
for me, like Cyberpunk was a flop. Like I played it and I was like, nah.
Yeah, I played it too, and I was like,
there was a lot of bugs in it, like when it first came out and everything,
Yeah.
and like I was not a fan of it. I refunded it. I don't want it. But like I watched the show and I was like, damn, I kind of want to retell.
yeah, I kind of want to. But then it's so crazy because that anime wins Anime of the Year. And then they released a DLC, what was it, Phantom Liberty or something like that?
Yeah.
Fixed all the bugs, put all of the lore about the anime into the physical game, and it revived the community.
Yeah.
That's nuts. But like, the craziest part is that, first of all, Studio Trigger is like my favorite anime studio, probably of all time. Like, other than who makes Jujutsu Kaisen? Mappa. Yes, Mappa. Mappa and Trigger are like probably my two favorite studios ever. Like Kill la Kill, like banger shows, right? They did such a ridiculously good job with that show. Like the fight scenes in it, like when Rebecca's brother gets his head blown off by the cyber psycho, it's incredible. Like I was at the edge of my seat, like. And yes, it ends so poorly, not to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't seen it, but damn. Like, it made me want to... The only thing that could have made that show absolutely perfect is if they got Keanu Reeves to voice a character. I would have been like, it's the greatest anime ever made. Done. Signed, sealed, delivered, done. Like, but it revived a game. It revived a game that struggled so hard because of the development, like the development direction of where it went. And when we go back and talk about all these things about like this, like a lot of people leave that out. Like a lot of people don't like to give that show its credit for like, oh, it didn't revive the game. It kind of did for at least a period of time. Like, I don't know how dead it is now. I haven't played it in a minute. It's on my list. Like I re-added it to my list. I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy it again and play Phantom Liberty because now you have my attention type deal. Right. And damn, like that show, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was in shambles when that shit ended. I am crying, I'm wiping tears over the fucking goddamn ending theme song. Like, I really want to stay at your house. Every time that comes on my shuffle, I have to skip it. Like, I went online, I got it off of Spotify, and I'm just like sitting there like, so what do you want to be? What do you want to do? Like holding back tears because it impacted me. Like video games and media that surrounds them is meant to impact you. Like there's games that I have played that have made my soul hurt. Like Nier, Final Fantasy. I've never had a piece of media that is based off of a game that failed hurt me that bad. Like that show hurt me. Like for those who know my content and watch my stream, I talk about anime all the time. I love anime. I fucking love it. And I've watched a lot of animes like Death Note, Evangelion, Berserk, like that have destroyed me on the inside, that have left me in shambles for weeks. I did not expect Cyberpunk Edge Runners to do the same thing, and it did. Yeah. We need more of that. The moral of what I'm trying to say is they need to do more of that. Like, dude, it's so good. Like there's a Suicide Squad one coming out. I'm gonna give it a shot. It's an isekai of them being reincarnated into another world. I don't really know how I feel about that, but because of Cyberpunk, I will watch it and see where it goes. You know what I mean? Like, oh damn, we need a Persona anime so bad, bro. We need a Persona anime so bad, dog. Like
something I've been like really eager for because Horizon Zero Dawn was like one of my favorite games.
Ooh.
Single player games.
Ooh.
I think that would make a fantastic TV show.
Next podcast, like we should talk about like what of our favorite games that need to be made into animes or TV shows. That'd be sick.
I would love that. That'd be sick.
Oh, dude, we should do like 5 each, like top 5 to be made into. I'm telling you, FF7, FF16, and the other 3 I have to think about. I know. The other ones I have to think about, like legitimately, but those 2 top.
If you made it this far in the episode, how about you guys also comment some stuff that you also
Facts. Talk to us.
And we'll read some of the comments and we'll talk about it and we'll see. We'll get y'all's opinions too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
On the next. But
this was such a good episode.
I thought it was a pretty good first run though.
That was great.
We're just winging it. We didn't know what we were doing, so
I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah, I am too.
Everyone give yourselves a pat on the backs for that. That was pretty
Ha.
nice.
Ha.
Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with us. And, you know, like I said, comment your thoughts on anything we talked about. We'll read comments next podcast. We'll go over it. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, and check out all our other social media down below as well as these lovely fellows. And you can see our other team members that may or may not appear on here. But yeah, and don't forget about the discount code. Use the discount code. Get some new clothes. Treat yourself.
I'm snug as a bug as a rug right now. Just
Yep, our clothing line is fantastic.
so good.
Oh yeah. But thank you guys, and we hope to see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Peace.